Hello and welcome. We are bringing a very heated discussion today to the show. And I imagine that each and every one of us sitting here is very passionate about the subject at hand. So another big-time investor has come out openly and warned young people to stay away from Bitcoin. And this is something that has been going on for a while. We know of Warren Buffett that has said that it is a bubble. And I just want to quickly know, what do you think, Eddy?
Well, this is big. I mean, Ken Griffith is not a small guy.
Okay.
He's a big guy in the hedge fund industry.
Yeah.
And I should say this is a classic case of the old versus the new.
Okay.
You know, I mean, guy was born in 1968. That's not too old. He founded this company in 1990, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So you would see that it's a situation where the way he's done things, probably centralized way of going.
Yes.
Yeah, and cryptocurrency and blockchain sort of, if I'm not putting a stamp on it, but I'm saying it'll sort of threaten the way they've been doing things this whole time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So for someone this big, I mean, his net worth is close to 9 billion.
Yeah.
To come out and say something like this.
That's got to have some sort of
Yeah.
impact.
So he's been telling the young guys, it's a head scratcher.
Yeah.
Stay away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, if Einstein was like, this formula is a head scratcher, I'm going to stay away from it. I mean, MC squared would not exist, you know.
We have that right now. And you know, it's interesting that you bring that up, because to me, I try to interpret the term head scratcher. It means it's a puzzle that you just can't figure out, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, because I don't understand it, just stay away from it, you know? And that's what the world has been, that's how the world has been structured. Like, if you don't understand something, if you don't know something, run away or stay away from it, you know? And is that really the approach that we should take if we are to continue to evolve, you know, for the better? Mr. J, what do you think?
Definitely not. Definitely not. How can we grow unless we change?
Yeah.
And how can we change unless we begin to take on new things?
Yes, exactly.
And in order to take on those new things, you must open your mind to attempt to understand.
Yeah.
So that it goes the opposite of head scratching.
Yeah.
So if you try to understand, you need to kind of get down to the common denominator.
Yeah.
The fundamentals.
Yeah.
The fundamentals of money. Now, I don't want to tell him about how to get to money.
Yeah.
I can't talk to him. He's at 9 billion.
Yeah.
Over it. So, but get it. He's actually managing that.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? Or is he worth that?
That could be his net worth. I will look him up. But
I think maybe, because if you're at a hedge fund, you're typically managing somebody else's money, and they have confidence that you can do it well.
Yeah.
Or well enough where they're going to let you do it.
True.
Other than them.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I always go back to the fundamentals. The fundamentals of money is that you must understand the difference between currency and money. Currency, which is what we all have in our pockets, I hope. Currency is something that is divisible, it's fungible, meaning it's interchangeable, and it can be used to trade things. And money, which is there's a difference though. Money does the same thing, except it actually holds value over a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's what currencies don't do. Currencies, all currencies over the entire history of time have all went to zero.
Okay.
All of them. So why would I continue to hold on to the old?
Yeah.
Which is currency, dollars, whatever else you want to call it.
Pounds.
Whatever other fiats, whatever country you in, I would not hold on to that. I'm looking for something different.
Yeah.
Because all those went to zero. I'm not trying to go to zero.
Yeah, something else with value.
Exactly. So that's why I'm going to look, maybe not Bitcoin. I might go to Goldma because it's related to gold.
I like how you brought that in because
That's
to
what I'm
me, there's a quotation here in the article, and this is exactly what was said. I don't have a single portfolio manager who has told me we should buy crypto. Not a single portfolio manager.
Wow.
And that made me think, to him, crypto and Bitcoin are the same thing. So all cryptocurrencies are being painted with the same brush. And shouldn't that be an unfair conclusion to just shut every single cryptocurrency that's out there because of Bitcoin? Because you think that Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. What about asset-backed cryptocurrencies? Goldma is an example of that. We're saying instead of just having resources and we have no way of extracting them, invest in our ventures, by buying our token, which means instead of having shares, which involves a lot of complications and legalities, here, hold on to this token and have a 5% royalty. Like, what do you think about that, being painted with the same brush? What's your opinion on that?
A wise man once said, "You are who you hang around." You see, when Ken said, "I don't have a single portfolio manager that told me I should buy crypto,"
Yes.
that tells you something.
It does.
That tells you something. He doesn't have the right people
Around him.
Around him. He doesn't. And the fact that he could release a statement like that without understanding the difference between Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is already a problem.
Yes.
That, like you said, Bitcoin, actually, I'll tell you, Bitcoin, and compared to conventional money, actually probably has more value because of transparency and trust than conventional money. But we're not just talking Bitcoin here. We're talking cryptocurrency. We're talking other altcoins.
Yeah.
Let's talk Goldma. Let's talk the GMA token, right? Firstly, gold-backed, right? Gold royalty-backed. On top of that, you know, there's never a time where gold has been deemed to be valueless. So you guarantee to have that actually counters that whole volatility issue where, Bitcoin today is this much, tomorrow it's that much, you don't know what you actually have.
Yeah.
But with this, you will never go below this certain benchmark, So having to paint every other currency the same without actually digging deep. I mean, with the GMA token, you get royalties. You're just holding your token. Then you get royalties, quarterly royalties. It's 5% per quarter. That's just great. So now you're depriving the younger generation of potentially having wealth, not just funds, but wealth. You gain money every quarter.
Yeah.
So that's the big guys defending the old system. It goes back to that because they see a threat in the way things are done.
Yeah.
They see a threat. Now people are getting to share wealth instead of it being, that company has managed over 25 billion.
Yeah.
They don't want to share that.
Yeah, true.
Right.
It's interesting that you bring that up because now I'm just thinking, do you think this is a way to keep the ecosystem the way it is, that he's obviously at the top of the food chain, and in order for him to stay there, then cryptocurrency must never be a mainstream thing? Do you think it's an attempt to slow down cryptocurrency adoption?
Definitely. That is what the gatekeepers have always done.
Yeah.
They've always wanted to maintain a certain level of control.
Yeah.
Centralized control.
Yeah.
And once you're in that centralized system and you feel as though, hey, I'm on top of the food chain.
Yeah.
I'm controlling what goes through them and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And I don't have to show you how I got here.
Yeah.
I don't have to show you anything. These people who held these large funds, and when these large funds like AIG, when they failed, supposedly they were too large to fail, the banks.
Okay. All right.
And so there was a failure in there. So to sum it all up, it's so important that I get this out right here. It's important that people understand that there are schemes in place to transfer money from your pocket to their pocket. Okay?
Yeah.
And not necessarily, there's a scheme that says, hey, I'm going to take care of your wealth. But that's a trick. How? How can they take care of your wealth in a currency and not money? Money is essentially gold.
Yeah.
Currency is fiat, which is Latin for, basically you can say it means out of nothing. Out of nothing, okay?
Wow.
So this is why I'm saying that people need to get an understanding of the fundamentals of money, move towards gold, which since the history of time, even 5,000 years ago, they were using gold.
Yeah.
And that same gold that was here 5,000 years ago is still here on earth. It did not go away. But that paper that you had back in, my mother had in probably in 1940 something, you know what? That paper gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
That's all gone.
It's not
It's
the
fucked
same.
up. So
Yeah.
there we go.
There we go. And this just got me thinking about the future, you know, in terms of where cryptocurrency will be and where the traditional money that we know, the currency. Do you think the two will coexist, or the cryptocurrency has been introduced to do away with fiat currency?
No, I think they'll coexist for
Okay.
a time, but there'll be a new currency that comes because
Yeah.
all currencies over a history of time have went to zero.
Okay.
So a new currency will come, just like since I've been living, there was a coin that came out from the EU.
Yeah.
Well, we now know that that may go away soon,
Okay.
you know, because of Brexit.
Yeah.
So who knows what coin is going to be
Yeah, the
produced,
future
that's good,
is
you know?
unpredictable.
Yeah. That's
so,
true.
So it'll be
Yeah.
a new coin that come out, I
Yeah.
think, that goes
Yeah.
along with cryptocurrency. But cryptocurrency is not going anywhere.
Yeah. I also want to know what you guys think. What do you think of this whole discussion and the article? Please let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. We're very quick to respond. And till next time, it's bye for now. Welcome, Mr. Eddy. As part of our Goldma family, I think it's important for our viewers to know who you are and what you bring to the table. We call you the network guru here, you know, and the title is not just a simple title. It is really who you are and what you do. So please tell us a little bit about that and who you are.
All right. Thanks, Nyarai. Well, in school, I studied microtech. That's one of the things that got me here is my IT certifications. So I studied microtech and network engineering. So my IT background is on check. But my history is actually in the hospitality industry.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes, funny enough.
Nice.
So when I went to SA, you know, when there's a waiter, became a manager, you know. So you know when you're in that industry, you get to
Yeah.
meet a lot of people.
Absolutely, a lot of people.
Yeah, you get to learn, you know, how to handle tough situations. You know, you interact with businessmen and just regular people.
Yeah.
So I did that for about 6 to 7 years, came back to Zim, did that. Then I met Mr. Henry Jenkins, like, you know, in one of the restaurants I worked in, you know.
Oh, interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just remember his name. It was him, his wife, and his daughter. From then onwards, we always used to talk and whatnot. So I think he saw something, you know. And
Yeah.
when I mentioned, you know, that I knew about crypto and I have an IT background, he's like, you know what, we're doing this great thing. You know, like Zim's first cryptocurrency, gold-backed. And I'm like, gold-backed? It's not like, you know, one of those.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in, you know.
Yeah.
So the key thing that I bring to Goldma is, you know, if you've been on Telegram,
Yeah.
you know, my username is @networkingguru. You know, so I sort of have that feel where I can talk to people. I'll be good at answering questions in real time.
Yeah.
If you've read my articles, you know, I'm there on Bitcoin Talk. That's one of the valuable things I bring, just to connect
Okay.
as a communication specialist.
All right.
Yes.
And there's something interesting that you talked about, your background and what you were doing before you worked for Goldma. And it got me thinking, do you think working in the service industry prepared you for this role where you have to interact with people, you have to talk to people, and even put out fires, because sometimes you get to talk to people that are angry on Telegram, and you get to talk to people that are rude, and sometimes people that are challenging to explain to or convince in any way. Do you think that prepared you?
Oh, very much. It's actually one of the key things for me. Our Telegram chat has close to 10K members.
Wow, that's
so
a lot.
you know,
Yeah.
when you have a lot of people in one forum, you're going to have all sorts of people.
Yeah.
So you need to have, a steady head. You need to be very patient. You need to, like even in the restaurant industry, they're very difficult people.
Yeah.
But you need to hold it down.
Yeah.
So that's actually what it taught me, to hold it down in this space. So I know how to handle situations that are very difficult.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it did help me. It did.
Okay.
Very much.
And then from my experience of working with you, right, I also feel like you sort of downplayed the role that you play in this company, because everybody in here knows if we need anything done, if we want to know who does what, we go to Eddy.
Oh, yeah.
He always knows the person. He always knows where to find something. And would you say that's a gift, or that's a skill that you've been working on to get to be someone, the guy that knows a guy that knows a guy?
Okay. It's actually both. Naturally, I'm very open. I'm friendly, and
Yeah.
I relate easily with people. No matter how big or how small, if I talk to you, we get along.
Yeah.
You get to listen to me. But also my history trained me
Okay.
to be able to communicate with people.
Yeah.
As a salesperson, I should know how to speak to people.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes you might get trained,
Yeah.
but it's just not in you. So
Okay.
that's the kind of thing that I was born with. I know I can, sell a story. I know I can, relate to anyone. And as a manager in a lot of shops,
Yeah.
you work with a lot of characters, with different people. So you tend to condition yourself to understand people's natures.
Oh,
So yes,
I like that,
it's a
condition
gift, and it's
yourself.
also acquired.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. And then obviously you work with a team here, right?
Yeah. Yes.
How does the team make you better? How do you feel about the team, like being part of the Goldma team?
You know what? Everyone here is well educated. I'm so intimidated, actually.
Oh,
So all I'm doing
shouldn't
is
be.
learning. Like,
Okay.
it's the best environment for me, because my cup
Yeah.
is always half empty. To my right, there will be Linda sitting there. She's always, like, there's some philosophy, like, she brings to the team. Then there's Ruben, Mr. Economics.
Yeah.
And then there's definitely you, Nyarai, and everybody. So what I can say is, it's all learning for me.
Yeah.
So yes, if you come to this space, even if you don't know anything, it's like you're back in college again. So yeah,
Okay.
I enjoy this team very much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we could bring to you today. This is Eddy. It's been fun
All
getting the
right.
people to know you. Till next time, see ya.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Goma. So this is what's happening with Goma right now. The crowd sale is live. It's live right now. So go to goma.io, register, fill out the KYC, and buy as many tokens as you like. Next, be aware that we have scammers. Scammers are on our Telegram group. So just know we will never send you an address that you send money to. Make sure to go inside the goma.io website and get your address inside of there, okay? So also be aware and be mindful that if there's problems, make sure that you can verify any kind of questions you have with the admins at the Telegram group that we have there. You can get to that Telegram group by going to the website, look in the bottom right-hand corner, click there, and you'll be able to access us on the Telegram group. Now for the updates, this is what's happening at the mine. At the mine, right now we have the ball mill going. It's already installed. They're going to commission it tomorrow. That means more gold. That's what that means. So I'm very excited about that. You should too. So make sure to get your tokens right now. Next, what's happening here at the offices in Bordale? What we're doing here now, we're shooting more content for you. And we're getting ready to put all those updates on Facebook, on Twitter, through Telegram, Bitcoin Talk, and Instagram. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please remember, go to our Telegram group and verify. You'll see the admin name on the right beside their username. So again, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you on Goldma.io. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. And if you want to stay up to date, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you have a question or you want to leave a comment, leave it below. Thanks a lot.